Yeehaw!
Hello, and behold, Nintendo Poetry. Here we are with issue number 10 of Comic Book Pulls with Elveeth. We today are going to review a couple comic books I've pulled since the last video, and then go over what we're excited for next month. Excited to hear from all of you what you're excited for. Before on these videos, I've done like some mini reviews of previous month's comic books, then like look through all new releases, and then solidified my pull list and talked about a lot of stuff. I'm going to try just cutting out the like looking at every single new release and just talk about what I'm excited for, what you may be excited for, what people may be excited for next month instead, and still do my mini reviews of recent pulled comics. So that'll just make the video kind of more bite size and maybe hopefully more entertaining, a little shorter form. If you've been lurking and watching and like looking through all of them with me, let me know with a comment. And if you know, never say never. So anyway, here we go. First of all, from comic books I've pulled since last video. Starting off here with Fantastic Four by Ryan North, number 8, the Marvel Cosmic Invasion variant cover from the video game Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This Fantastic Four run has been one of my favorite current running series since it began with the first number 1 and on of Ryan North writing the Fantastic Four, and of course Silver Surfer is one of my most favorite characters, so I've got to get the cover. And I mostly wanted to just shout out the cover and the video game, which is super fun. Let me know if you want to play online or anything. Yeah, so I mean, it was a great issue. It's like in the middle of an ongoing series, so I won't talk too much about that. It was just good, solid, great, nothing super significant needs to be said about it other than it was really good. I just wanted to shout out the cover of this one. And did you the cover of this one is let's see. Yeah, the Tribute Games Marvel Cosmic Invasion variant. Silver Surfer's great in that game. And I guess there was something that was pretty significant about this issue. It's the first appearance of Invincible Girl. Invincible Girl. So that's pretty cool. Next up on the list. Oh, and speaking of Marvel Cosmic Invasion video game, there is a collector's edition coming out for definitely Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation, and I think Xbox as well, with a bunch of like stuff with it. It looks super cool. It's got the physical game. It's got the like cards with their movesets on them, like fake Super Nintendo cartridge or like some sort of retro cartridge. And then it's got this like statue of Annihilus battling Nova and Rocket Raccoon, I think. And man, that would be a super cool collector's edition to have. $200. Oh, that's a tough one. If it wasn't $200, I'd be going for it like that. But I've got the game digitally. That's good enough for now. Okay. So next up on the list for mini reviews, Moonstar number 1. So Moonstar number 1, obviously a new series. What mostly got me was the art of this variant cover, this Marcos Martin variant cover. Really, really cool cover. I just love it as an art piece. Apparently, that's first appearance of Chiron from Earth 616. Anyway, I also have always, found Moonstar to be a fun, interesting character. I first kind of like read comics with her in it for the first time with the tie-in to King in Black, the Valkyries tie-in. And so this, as a number 1 issue, as a series, was really good. It was definitely in the style of a story of an ongoing, which I like, and could unfold into a really great series if it keeps going. So yeah, I would recommend it. I just mostly pulled the first issue for the art and to see if I'd like it. I'm not going to be pulling this issue by issue. Maybe the volume 1 trade and continue that way. We'll see how I feel about it as I've taken it in and seen what happens with this series. Yeah. Okay, and for my third and final mini review of comic books I've pulled since last video, this is a particularly special one for me, especially, and it was just really good. I was very happy and entertained by this comic book issue. So Godzilla vs. America, Portland, number 1. I grew up in Portland, so I'm I like Godzilla. I get a lot of Godzilla stuff when it comes out. Not everything, but Godzilla stuff that looks interesting to me. And yeah, so this was an easy pull for me. Easy pull. Automatic pull. So on the cover here, you can see if you know Portland, you know the references here. This pattern in the front is the airport carpet pattern, very famous. We've got coffee, voodoo donuts here. We've got this umbrella guy, the unicycling bagpipe player guy. We got the bridges. It's the city of bridges. It's the city of roses. So we got the rose in the background, and we got the trees as the spines and the PDX sign here. This issue was an anthology written by Portland-based writers, and you could see it. You could tell that these creators knew Portland and did it justice and made it really fun. Especially the first story in the anthology, Godzilla vs. Sasquatch. That one was so much fun and so cool and so good. They were all really good. Um, there was a lot of humor in them. Uh, and I mean, we got Mark Russell here doing Under Siege in the 503, which is the area code. Yeah, this was just super good, super fun. Even if you don't know Portland, this is a good issue, really good issue. You know, they had all kinds of Easter eggs in the panel art with like Powell's bookstore in there and various things like that. So yeah, this was just super fun to have. This will be just a, super cool collected piece for me. It's special enough to me personally, being from Portland, and I love Portland and Oregon in general. This would be one I could get graded and framed or whatever, graded and put up on the wall, just because it's special to me, even if it's not worth a dime. Okay, and now let's get into comic books that I'm excited for and pulling for the month of April 2026. Oh, by the way, before we get going, another little anecdote here. You see the Man Thing art in the overlay on the corner there on the other end. Man Thing running in the corner there. That issue is from Adventure into Fear number 10, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Featuring the Man Thing and which is from what became one of my favorite series with Steve Gerber writing Man Thing. But anyway, I was in San Diego last week. Went into a comic book shop, as I always try to do when I'm visiting new cities or different cities. In a display case, they had a bunch of very cool retro issues, some iconic ones, some iconic covers, some iconic stories. One of which was that issue of Adventure into Fear featuring the Man Thing with that art with the cover that art in the corner there is from. I would have loved to have that issue. It was very, very expensive. Too expensive, of course. But yeah, that was just a fun sighting in the wild, even if it couldn't become mine. It was a fun sighting. Pardon me for a moment. I'm just getting over a cold too, so my voice is a little off. Drinking a lot of water over here, coughing sometimes. Anyway, let's begin. Here's what I've got going. So starting off in the first week of April. Yeah, first week of April, Eternals 50th Anniversary Special number 1. I've always been a casual fan of the Eternals, never like a super fan. I thought the Eternals movie was really good. I've read the original Jack Kirby run of Eternals. I've read the Kieran Gillen run of Eternals, which was phenomenal. And so, this is just a one-shot anniversary special, so gotta pull it. Haven't heard of any of these writers, I don't think. I know they are. I'm familiar with Phil Noto and Michael Cho. I really love the art of this Michael Cho variant cover. It's both very his style and great, but it also like has it seems like it has some like inspiration and spirit of like Jack Kirby in there a bit too. Some other really cool covers. This one, the ACO variant, super cool with the Celestials there and the Kirby crackles in the background. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think it's must be an anthology issue. I believe, and you gotta love those. Always love those. Yeah, and this machine behind this guy is very Kirby inspired from the Kirby era. So, yeah, main cover is super cool too. Yeah. Okay. Second week of April. We've got Death of the Silver Surfer HC hardcover. I am both surprised but very pleased that they're doing this one in a hardcover. It seems very random, but I think it's awesome. Obviously, I'm a Silver Surfer fan. Top 5 characters of all time for me. I gotta always support the Silver Surfer series, and I've always enjoyed them. From the bad ones to the good ones, I've enjoyed them all. Really great art on the covers in this series. It was a fun series. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm excited to see the Silver Surfer come back from his death someday, whether it be Norrin Rad or not. So yeah, we're pulling this hardcover. It's going to look great on the shelf. This cover is beautiful, amazing art there. Yeah. Third week of April, we've got Godzilla Infinity Roar number 3 with the Dave Raposa Cosmic Variant cover, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is an homage to like the cover art on the Meatloaf album, right? Bat Out of Hell. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, or maybe I'm wrong, but this is an amazing cover. I love it. So good with the texture and the detail and the art style. I got to check out some other Dave Raposa art, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't super familiar with the name. I think I'd heard of it before. But yeah, it looks like I do recognize this art from these Moon Knight covers, actually. But yeah, anyway, I've read Godzilla Infinity Roar number 1 so far, which came out. I got that awesome foil cover with the Silver Surfer on it, which was super, super cool cover. The story in number 1 was a fun setup. It's going to be just a fun romp with Godzilla and Marvel characters through space. They're giving us what we want. It's not going to be anything super deep or crazy, I'm expecting, but we'll see. Maybe it'll get there. That would be awesome. Yeah. Excited for that. Number 2 is coming out soon. So, yeah. And then we've got facsimile edition of the Silver Surfer number 2 coming out. They're doing a foil version of the cover. They're doing the Ron Lim variant, 125 variant. So, yeah, I mean, these are just classic writers, Stan Lee, John Buscema on the pencils. I mean, you can't quite get more iconic than this, more legendary than this. Silver Surfer coming in with his solo series, and it was fantastic. I have the hardcover omnibus of this series, but it'll be fun to have the facsimile floppies to put in the bins for people, guests at the house to peruse through and stuff. So yeah, excited for that one for sure. I hope they keep doing this whole series as facsimile issues. There we go. Easy Pulls, Silver Surfer. There we go. Okay, so this one, you know, I don't know if I'm going to drop $30 on this, even though I'd love to. I just wanted to point it out, though, because Richard Corbin, you know, great art. I haven't read much written by him in particular, but I'm a fan of his art. Pretty unique, pretty iconic, good horror art in general. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to snag this. Got some really great writers in here. Doug Minch. I've always enjoyed stuff Doug Minch has written. And then just the covers in here are going to be, you know, fantastic and stuffs and the art. So yeah, probably not, but I mean, Edgar Allan Poe adaptations. Oh, it's so tough to give this one up. But at $30, I don't know if I can justify it personally. But pick it up. If you pick it up, tell me if it's worth it. Maybe I'll find it in you know, in the wild someday and pick it up from a comic book shop. Okay, and then we got The Mortal Thor Volume 1, No Gods, No Masters, trade paperback. So yep, I've been following this series via trade paperback all the way from the Immortal Thor. I picked up the floppy of issue 1 of the Immortal Thor and followed the trades from there. I'll continue doing so with the Mortal Thor. I'm excited. I really enjoyed, you know, the Immortal Thor had some ups and downs, but it was really good overall, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm excited to see where this goes. The ending of Immortal Thor was really good, and I'm excited to see how it goes with the Mortal Thor. And then we got a quite special one here. We've got, just in general, Marvel /DC, Spider-Man /Superman #1. And we got the Sanford Greene homage variant, which, I mean, look at this thing. Look at it. This is just wow. I mean, Sanford Greene is one of the best artists out there right now, just in general, and he's showing it like he always does right here. I mean, look at this. It's impossible to not go for this cover, and that is actually saying a lot because there are some really, really good covers. I love this one because I'm a big Mysterio fan. By the way, I just read volume 3 of Jonathan Hickman's Ultimate Spider-Man. It's got some really, really cool Mysterio stuff in there, and I love the character design of that Mysterio. Borrowed that from my brother. I read that. So anyway, I love this cover. It's really great, featuring Mysterio. I'm like, dang, I that's good. Really cool and good. And then we got a Peach Momoko cover, which I usually just like auto pull these variant covers because I'm a huge fan of the art, and this one does not disappoint either. So yeah, when I first saw this one, I was like, yep, this is the one I'm automatically going for. But then the Sanford Greene one came, and I was like, yeah, no, this is it. This is the one. It's still got Mysterio on there. It's got Venom down here looking good. Everyone's looking good on here. I mean, come on. And then pretty much every cover is awesome. So yeah. Yep, and then it's going to have some awesome stories in here, of course. We got some legendary creators here between the writing and the art and everything else. Yeah, I'm excited to have a Mysterio story in here. Um, just yeah, we can't wait for this, can we? We all agree. All right, here we go. Last week of April, we have Doom 2099, Rage of Doom, number 1. And, of course, as just mentioned, Peach Momoko variant. Look at that. Beautiful. This will be a fun one-shot. I got the Doom 99 one-shot from the One World Under Doom event, the tie-in of Doom 2099. That was super fun. I loved, I'm a fan of Ryan North, so I liked One World Under Doom. I have not continued to follow Doom since then. I did, I did One World Under Doom main series, the Doom 2099 tie-in, the Gods tie-in, GODS tie-in, maybe something else I'm forgetting, maybe not. Oh yeah, well, I got like the Will of Doom one shot after the event ended, and then I haven't got anything Doom since then. I haven't been following Dungeons of Doom or anything, but I gotta pull Doom 2099 with the Peach Momoko variant cover. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Momoko. Anyway, yeah, excited for that one. Then we've got something quite interesting indeed. Swamp Thing 1989, number 1. Rick Veitch, Michael Zulli. We got some cool cover art here of Swamp Thing holding a lamb. And by the way, 1989 is a significant year for me. Look at this cover B. We got Jesus. Swamp Thing there. Anyway, over 3 decades since the controversy, I'm reading off of leagueofcomicgeeks.com right now, which I think is just pulling this copy from like the official DC press or whatever, press release or whatever. Anyway, over 3 decades since the controversy and cancellation, Rick Veitch's legendary Lost issues are completed. After a renowned 2-year run on the series, Veitch's grand finale to Swamp Thing was cut short and never to see print. Whispers and leaks hinted at the epic untold saga for years. Now, for the first time, that final story is told. As Swamp Thing is cast back through time, he will come to meet a carpenter who will change the trajectory of his life and the DC universe forever. The origin of Etrigan and Swamp Thing's journey to the beginning of time starts here. So this is pretty cool and pretty special. I'm sure that the original, I'm sure there's like diehard fans who like know the deep details. I do not. I only know what I'm gleaning from this press copy and covers here. But I suspect that the original, controversy and cancellation had something to do with this carpenter here back in time. A certain carpenter that might be represented by symbolism such as a lamb or a crucified thorn of crowns thing. I think we all know who we're talking about here, who it's kind of pointing to here. So I'm assuming that's what the controversy and cancellation was about back in the day. And it's super exciting that this is coming to life here. As far as I know, this truly never has been printed before. I don't know. Maybe there's, again, maybe diehard fans know, and I don't. I don't know if this is just marketing speak about stuff. But yeah. the Alan Moore run of Swamp Thing is one of my favorite comic book runs of all time. I've read a bit of the Rick Veitch run after that, but not the whole thing. I thought it was good, but like after Alan Moore, it's like, tough to follow that up. So it's like good, but I like just haven't read all of it. But this is exciting that this is happening. And yeah. So there we go. We got to reiterate all the comics I'm excited for the month of April 2026. I'm pulling Eternals 50th Anniversary Special Number 1 Michael Cho variant, Death of the Silver Surfer hardcover, Godzilla Infinity Roar number 3, Dave Raposa Cosmic variant, The Silver Surfer number 2 by Stan Lee and John Buscema facsimile edition. And then a shout out, I'm not pulling, but a shout out to Creepy Presents Richard Corbin trade paperback. And then I'm pulling Marvel/DC Spider-Man/Superman number 1 Sanford Greene homage variant, The Mortal Thor Volume 1 No Gods No Masters trade paperback, Doom 2099 Rage of Doom number 1 Peach Momoko variant, and last but not least, Swamp Thing 1989 number 1. So we did it. That's for April. Let me know what you think of my polls. Share your polls in the comments or come join the Discord so we can chat about comic books. And we also chat about video games in there. And poetry. So it's those are like 3 interests of mine that I like to share and relate with people and relate with art on via these videos and communities. So if you can feel compelled to join, check it out. And I do these poll list videos every month. I stream them live, and then post them to YouTube after, and I also do Nintendo video content as well and streaming as well. And that's it for issue number 10 of Comic Book Polls with L. Veith. This is Nintendo Poetry. Peace out.